everybody. Hi. Nelly, how are you? Welcome. Hello, everybody. If you look up and you realize you haven't given a thumbs up to the live, give a thumbs up. Gina Young's going to show you all a great time today. I'm going to be showing you all how to make homemade cinnamon rolls, Gina Young style. Glenda Sapp, hello and welcome. Who's excited? Are you extremely excited? Are you extremely excited? I'm going to be on here for a while. I'm going to be on here for a while because we're making these cinnamon rolls from scratch, making the yeast dough that is absolutely amazing. Sonia, hello, welcome. Oh, Glenda, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Stella, hello. Maddie Watts, welcome. Mildred, welcome. How's everybody doing today? Kimya Bryant and Carmela, hello. Rena, hello. CJ Spice. Thank you all for speaking to Stella about her loss. Stella, we are praying for you in the name of Jesus that you're able to get some type of grace and peace over your mind. We totally understand. Sorry to hear that. Our condolence goes to you. Renee, hello. Latasha, welcome. Andrea, hello, welcome. Saj, hello. Marquise, hello. Yes, absolutely. Give a thumbs up to the live. My Holy King, hello, welcome. Brenda, hello, welcome. April, hello. Connie, you love cinnamon rolls. Well, you're in for a treat because these are homemade. Everything from scratch. Homemade icing. This is one recipe. If you don't have a pen and a paper, you might want to get it out because you're going to definitely want to try this recipe. And also maybe make it for a special day. You know, for a holiday, for a date. You can make these cinnamon, listen. You can make these cinnamons for your loved one for Valentine's Day. Oh, you bet you could. You bet you could. You're excited, Murda? Yeah, okay. Okay, Marsha said, praise God, I caught your live. Oh, well, great. I'm glad you all are here today. We're going to get started here in about, let's just give a few more people about 5 minutes to come into the chat, and then we're going to get started, okay? You're back and it's been a while. Your name is B. Anetta. Welcome. He did. Drew came in at the last minute. A lot of times, since I changed my live schedule, sometimes people really don't know when I'm going live anymore, you know. So I think that's the reason why you don't see a lot of people. But eventually, I'll start posting it like a day ahead of time when I'm going live and what I'm going to be doing. Okay? Christy Fowler, welcome. Chanel, hello. Myra, welcome. Hey, listen, everybody. Tell your family and friends, anyone you know that loves a good recipe, that loves a good dessert, hey, let them know Gina Young's live and what I'm getting ready to do here in about 4 minutes. About 4 minutes, I'm going to wash my hands up and show you how to make, first of all, the dough. The yeast dough that is so delicious. Listen, this yeast dough for our cinnamon rolls is so delicious, you don't even need icing, right? But we're going to put icing on it, of course. Of course we are. Oh, you missed him because you had to step away. Yeah, maybe he'll come in. Your pen and paper is ready. Okay. We are. We're getting ready to throw down. Getting ready to throw it down. I feel well today. I have some energy. Praise God. Thank you, Sonia, for welcoming everyone into the chat. Cynthia says, I made these with you before, but I'm so happy to be here to do it again. Maybe it's different. It's my exact same recipe that I've always made. Every once in a while, you'll see me look away at my paper where I have my recipe, just so I can tell you guys, like what you're going to need. I have a lot of things already pre-measured today, so we're not going to be in here forever and a day. Now, one thing we need to do when making this dough is you have to let the dough rise 2 times. Okay, you might be making cinnamon rolls with me, hopefully. Okay. So the dough will rise 1 time in a bowl after you get it all mixed up. And then once we roll it and get it cut into our pan, I want to let it rise again before putting it into the oven, because we want these cinnamon rolls like this, right? We don't want no inky dink. We don't want no inky dink cinnamon rolls. So the trick to it, to make them nice and big like Aunt Annie's, is that what it's called? I don't know what it's called, but you all know the famous place that makes the Cinnabon. Let's just say the Cinnabon place. I'm actually thinking of pretzels and Cinnabon at the same time. Does Aunt Annie's pretzel place make Cinnabons? I think I might have mixed the two together. It's okay. Laugh with me. It's okay. Miss B, welcome. Okay, I'm getting ready to get up. I'm here. What is it? What is it? Tell me what happened.
This is a setting I seen.
What setting is it?
It's an ad setting.
It's a what?
Ad setting.
And what happened?
It's like when you press it, it gives an ad.
You pressed it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. But I don't want you to do that. So is it going to regularly happen?
No.
Or do I need to go back to it and check, make sure my setting is right?
Nope. It's just an extra one. Just like press it and pop.
Okay. All right, everybody. Let's get started. I'm going to wash my hands, get my cameraman to flip this camera over onto me. These cinnamon rolls will be cooked on 350 degrees for about 15 to 25 minutes, okay? Hello. Welcome in if you're new. Hello. Oh, did Renee change the spelling of her name? Welcome in if you're new. Welcome in if you are a returning subscriber. Happy Saturday. Let's make cinnamon rolls Gina Young style. I'm going to flip the camera. We're going to get our hands washed and we're going to get started. I'll go over the ingredients, okay? Just to tell you what you're going to need. I'm doing okay, Ash Bill. There we go. You're ready? I'm doing okay, Darian. How are you? Derek Eads, welcome in. Hey, we are family. If at any time you guys can't hear me or you need us to change the lighting situation, let me know. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. No problem. Okay, let me fix my apron here. Uh-oh, you got to get that. You got to get it quick. Hold on, guys. I just spilled some orange juice. I don't know why you put that there. Oh, it's clear. I can see exactly what you can see. Maybe I shouldn't have said that because now people will say it's not clear. I'm looking at it. It's nice and clear. All right, get something hot and soapy. You got to get that up. It's up here too. Okay, everyone. Here we are. Okay. The first thing, you got to get that It's sticky. Hold on, guys. We got a mess. I just spilled over some orange juice onto our island, and we have to get this up. It is everywhere, all over the floor, all over the counters. In the meantime, I'm gonna wash my hands, okay? Happy Saturday, guys. You could probably use this Dawn Power Wash. Use this Dawn Power Wash to get the stickiness up. Here, take this. All right, you're gonna have to wipe that chair down. Okay, so now, the ingredients, if you'd like to write down, fix the camera so it's a little bit more even real quick. Just bear with the picture right now, okay? And let my cameraman wipe up this sticky orange juice real quick, okay? So now your ingredients. You're gonna need a half a cup of milk. That's what I have here, okay? You're gonna need 1/4 of a cup of water. And of course, you're gonna put it in with your milk that we have here, okay? And we're gonna need 1 pack of active dry yeast. Yep. And then we're gonna need 2 tablespoons of melted butter. We're gonna need 1 egg. We're also gonna need a teaspoon of sugar. We're gonna need flour, 2 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour. You can sift it, or you don't have to sift it. We're gonna need some salt. You're gonna need 1/4 of a cup of sugar, okay? And then we're gonna turn around, and you need a clean bowl that has oil in it, okay? Because that's what we'll be doing with our dough after we get our dough made up. You're gonna need some extra flour for your counter, okay? Extra flour for your counter. And then we're gonna be making our icing, and this icing is really quick and simple. You're gonna need 1 cream cheese softened at room temperature. Your egg, it has to be room temperature or your dough will not turn out right, okay? So we're gonna use 3 cups of powdered sugar, vanilla extract, and a pinch of salt, okay? You're gonna need 1 1/2 cups of brown sugar. I'm using dark brown sugar today because I want them to look beautiful. Sometimes when you use the light brown sugar, you can't really see it through that. You know how that dough gets really puffy? But I find when you use a dark brown sugar, you're gonna have more of that molasses flavor, and you can really see the brown sugar shining through. You're gonna put some butter, cinnamon, and allspice in with your brown sugar, and we're gonna roll the dough, okay? But if you didn't hear one of the ingredients that I just spoke of, no worries. We're gonna do everything step by step. Get your pen and your pencil out, and let's get started. Do you have all the orange juice up?
Can I get some paper towels?
You need paper towels, okay. How many you need? Is this good? Okay. Okay, go ahead. So now the first thing that I want to do is we're going to go ahead and heat up our 1/2 of a cup, 1/2 of a cup of milk, 1/4 of a cup of water. When you heat this up, you're just going to nuke it in the microwave, right? And it's very important that you don't make this extremely hot. The reason why is because it'll kill the yeast that needs to come alive, okay? So in order for it to come alive, it needs to hit something nice and warm. You know how you would make your baby bottles nice and warm? That's what we want this milk and water to do. So I'm going to go over here to the microwave, okay? I'm going to heat this up. Just going to nuke it real quick. And then the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to be adding this whole packet of active dry yeast right into our half a cup of milk and our fourth of a cup of water. And you literally will see this come alive. It'll begin to get real fuzzy and bubbly, and that's when you know you have yeast that is live and not stale. Okay? If your yeast doesn't bubble up and it looks like it's alive, sometimes it's possible that your yeast is stale and you may need to go out and buy another packet, okay? So let me feel the milk and the water. Oh yeah. Okay, it's nice and warm. It's not too warm. You know, I'm able to kind of put my finger in there without burning myself. It's kind of lukewarm, okay? So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to mix the 1 packet of our active dry yeast right in to our milk and our water, just like so. Get everything out. Sometimes it can be hiding in the part that you tore off. Beautiful. Welcome in if you're just now coming in. Hey, Big Boy Facts, how you doing? Welcome in. You don't have to highlight my name. Thanks for coming in. Nerly, welcome. T. Smith, how you doing? Derek Eats, how you doing? My Holy King and Sonia and Mildred. Hey, Coffee, welcome. Christy Fowler, welcome. Okay, so now that we have this in, I want to take a this part of just a regular spoon. Come on in and take a look, guys. I'm just going to give a nice, easy stir. I'm not going to get wild with it. Just kind of, you know, after you do that, just let it be. Don't bother it, okay? Let's get that off because we want all of that yeast into our mixture, okay? So we'll set this aside just for a second. Plan on, here's what I want you to plan on. Plan on letting the yeast to come alive for about 5 to 7 minutes, okay? That's like the time that then I want you to come back and look at it and you'll see it frothy and real bubbly, okay? All right, so next what we're gonna do is we need to put a teaspoon of sugar into our mixture here. So let's put this teaspoon of sugar in, just like so. We're gonna give it a nice stir. Okay, the teaspoon of sugar will help with the yeast to do what it needs to do. Okay, so then we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of our butter right into the mixture as well. Just like so. How simple? How simple? You know, it may look to you like it's a lot of ingredients, but this recipe comes together so fast. And if you don't mind, like waiting on the dough to rise 2 times, you're gonna have a recipe that you are gonna love for life. Okay, I want to mix in the butter just like so. Okay, just let it be there for a second. Okay, I want to wipe this down. Welcome in if you're just now coming in. Be sure to give a thumbs up to the live. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to take our 2 cups and 3/4 of a cup of flour. And a lot of people don't know what 3/4 of a cup is. If you take the 1/4 cup, fill it up 3 times, you have 3/4. Okay? Absolutely, because sometimes with your measuring cups, they don't give you a 3/4 of a cup. But so that's something really interesting that I wanted to share with you all. So into our flour, if the camera can come in, I want to put 1/4 of a cup of sugar. Okay. And I want to put a teaspoon of salt Believe it or not, when you're making a recipe for dessert, putting salt in it is going to really waken it up, okay? Just a teaspoon is all we're going to need, just like so, okay? Beautiful. So let's set this aside. Gorgeous. Okay, I can really begin to see that the yeast is doing exactly what I want it to do. So that's super exciting. If the camera will come in and take a look at it, it's kind of bubbly. Looks kind of frothy, but we'll wait another 5 minutes, okay? We really don't want to mix it in with our flour until it's frothy as it could be, okay? All right. So now what we're going to do, we're going to take our 1 egg, and I want to put the egg into a separate bowl and crack it. And then I want to whisk it up before putting it into our mixture as well, okay? Don't just throw it in there because that'll make you have to, mix your yeast up, and we don't want you to make your yeast kind of fall, so to speak, okay? So let's go ahead, mix up that egg that's at room temperature. I've had this egg sitting on the counter for about an hour and a half, I'd like to say. So it's nice in room temperature, okay? Now take a look at our yeast mixture. That's what you're wanting. I'm super excited. I hope y'all are having a great day. Welcome in if you're just now coming in. All right, just give it just a quick whirl. All right, clean up as you go. When you clean up as you go, you're going to be stress-free and everybody's going to be happy, right? Make you some hot soapy water so someone in your household can do the dishes when you're done, right? Absolutely. Gina's the Pillsbury dough girl. Oh my goodness. Well, I tell you what, I'm making it homemade today. No Pillsbury today. All right, here's what we're going to do. Come on in. That flour, the sugar, the salt, we mix it. Mix it very well. If you want, I'm just going to repeat myself because I did say it earlier. If you want to sift the flour, you can. And honestly, let's talk about the flour while we're here. You may be that person that uses a wheat flour. It's fine, right? You may be that person that uses an almond flour. That's fine, okay? I just don't want you to use a self-rising flour for this recipe, okay? I'm using all-purpose. All right, we really want to get that sugar in there. I love the fact that I decide to put the 1/4 of a cup of sugar into my dough, because it makes your dough not just plain, it gives it some flavor. And don't be afraid to put the salt in there. The salt and the sugar is very important for this amazing dough, okay? All right, beautiful. So now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna grab a measuring cup. We're gonna put a tiny bit of our mixture. Come take a look at it, what it's done so far. All right, that's what you're looking for. Christy Fowler, welcome. Lynette, hello. Saj, hello. All right, so now let's put a little bit in at a time. Okay, so let me see. I may want to get another bowl. I have one. Okay, here's what we're going to do. There we go. I hope y'all are having a great day today. Is there anybody out there that's excited about these cinnamon rolls? All right, so let's take some of our flour. Okay, come on in, take a peek. A little bit of flour. A little bit of our yeast mixture. Okay, we're going to do a little bit and a little bit, and we're just going to keep mixing. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Let's go ahead and put all this in, and then we'll just do a little bit of flour each time. That way I can get all these bowls off of my counter so that I have space. All right? Come on in. I'm going to use the whisk in the beginning, but then eventually this will get to the point to where I need to use a spoon, okay? Because it'll clump into my whisk. Okay? There we go. How easy this dough comes together, right? You bet it does. All right, let's grab a spoon. You see how it's beginning to clump into there? All right, it's all over my shirt, but we're okay. There we go, we'll use this. All right. Go ahead and put the rest in. Paper towel. Hey, my family loves a good cinnamon roll. All right. At this point, you cannot use the whisk because it will clump in your whisk and you'll never be able to get it out. Okay, so this will feel quite sticky, but no worries. What I want you to do is have some extra flour on hand, okay? And we're gonna flour our board here, and the flour will help you to bring the dough together, okay? The extra flour, how much extra flour, Gina? Well, it's just about kind of eyeballing it and seeing how much you're gonna need to make this thing happen, okay? So, let's continue to mix. If the camera can come in and show what the dough is looking like at this point. Thank you for the thumbs up, Brenda, and welcome. Okay, don't feel like you can't do this. Anything you can put your mind to, you put God in it, you can do it. You can do everything you put your mind to. Okay, you see how I'm kind of scraping that dried flour, right? And then kind of pushing it into the dough. All right? Oh, you heard we're having an early spring and you're super excited. How interesting. Okay. You've been talking about it. Okay. So did the groundhog see its shadow? Did that day pass yet? I know you were talking about it.
Yeah.
All right. So now come look at what we got here. Okay. Pretty interesting. Once you see to where your dough is pulling away from the bowl, you're in a good space. Okay, you know things is working out. Gina, but it don't look like it nice and smooth. I know, it's not gonna look like that until we add extra flour, okay? You guys could never believe with this cooking show how many paper towels we go through. It is outrageous. Scoot the table up, please. It's outrageous. I need another paper towel. So we go to, where is it that we go get the paper towels? Menards, I think, or Lowe's. And we get a package of like, I think it's a pack of 6 or 8 for $5. And we have like 15 packs upstairs in our empty bedroom of paper towels and toilet paper. All right, so now let's dust our workbench, so to speak. In my case, it's my island. How much flour? Just start off with a little bit, okay?
They said instead of a rolling pin, can they use a glass?
Instead of a rolling pin, you can use a glass. It may be a little bit difficult, but it's doable. It's doable. It'll work. Thank you for reminding me to get my rolling pin out. If I can find it. Where's my rolling pin at, Dakota? I need my rolling pin. All right. So let's take our dough. Put it onto the bench. I'm going to take my bling off. Okay, and what we want to do, see how it's sticky? No problem, okay? Dust a little bit of flour on it until it's no longer sticky. Just a little bit of flour is needed, okay? This will begin to feel like heaven. I tell you what, there's nothing like feeling fresh dough that has been made or smelling that beautiful yeast. It smells so good and it feels so good. It's like therapy. It's like therapy. Okay, Cynthia says, I am totally excited. So at this point, what we're going to do, I'm moving a little bit of the flour because I don't want too much flour, okay? And when I do need to incorporate it, I'll bring some of that flour back in. So at this point, come on in, let me show you. It's not sticky and it feels gorge. It feels gorgeous. Let's knead it, okay? So we're going to flip it, push it, flip it, push it, okay? Flip it, push it. And this is a very similar to when I showed you guys how to make the homemade pizza dough. Remember I went live, I showed you all how to make the homemade deep dish pizza. This is very similar to that, okay? So we're in a good space. Take a look. If the camera can really zoom in, I want to show you guys the texture. Look how beautiful. When I do that, it kind of comes back to me. I'm doing this. It bounces back. That's great. Okay, that's the gluten. That's what we need to make it beautiful. Okay, so I'm just going to do this for just a few more minutes. And then what I need to do, I want to wash this bowl out. And then we're going to dry it. We're going to put some oil in there. And we want to like kind of move this dough ball around in the oil in the bowl. We're going to put a tea towel on top of it. Let it rise for 35 minutes to an hour. I don't think I'm going to do an hour since I'm live. And you know, sometimes people don't want to wait. So we may do 35 minutes, all depending on how fast it rises up. Okay. So let's get this nice and clean, get some oil in it, and I have a towel. You can use a hand towel, a tea towel to put on top of this, and we're going to put our dough into the microwave. Don't heat your microwave. Don't put this in a microwave that was just heated up. Don't put this in a hot area. You can put it in the cabinet. You can put it in a cool oven. Just a nice quiet space where it can't be disturbed. It's not going to get heated up or it's not going to get cold air on it, okay? So let me wash this off and I'll be right back. Dakota, find my rolling pin. I don't know where it could be. cabinets. Might want to look in them drawers again where I was just looking. Hold on, guys, I'm coming. Might want to look. I need it. We here, Gina. Okay. Y'all see Dakota flip the camera over because he didn't want to be in the camera. He flipped the camera. All right. So are we back? All right. So now I got a clean bowl. I've dried this bowl completely off because we don't want no water in our dough. Okay. I'm going to put some oil into it. It doesn't have to be an extreme amount. Just a little bit. Oil your bowl in such a manner. Okay. And then we're going to take our dough. Can you show them the dough? Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. It's like a, it's so nice. All right, come on in. So here's what we do. We take our beautiful dough, put it into there, make sure it's coated in the oil. Okay, then guess what we're going to do? We're going to cover this, put it somewhere nice and quiet. Okay, in my case, I think I want to put it...
They said, could it rise in the fridge?
No, that's why I say you can't make it rise in anything cold. You can't make it rise in anything hot. It will not turn out for you, okay? It has to be just a nice quiet space, like I said, like a microwave. Okay, I want to make sure that the microwave isn't still hot from where I heated up my milk. So let me fill it. Oh, it's perfect. Okay, so this is going right into the microwave. Let it be. I got some flour to clean up, and when I come back, we are going to get started on this really quick and simple cream cheese icing, but it's a little tiny bit different than the other one that I normally make. And the reason why it's a little bit different, the measurements are different because we don't need an extreme amount to ice 2 cakes, okay? So we're making a small amount of cream cheese icing Gina Young style, all right? So Dakota, go look in the basement and see if you can find it. Yo, guess what I can't find? I can't find, I mean, we're going to be okay. We're going to make things work. But I can't find my rolling pin. I don't know where my rolling pin would be at this new house. There's a chance it could be in the basement. We have a closet in the basement that has all kind of pots and pans in it and different things that we haven't unpacked yet. I bet you it's in there. I bet you it's in there. But we'll figure it out. Let's get this nice and cleaned up. Okay, and then we'll get started on our icing. Dakota just went looking for the rolling pin. But if we can't find it, it's no worries. And here's the thing. If you don't have one, you're going to do like I do. If I can't find mine, I'll show you a good way to roll your dough out. You missed the deep dish pizza. Oh my goodness. So I think it was my Holy King that was asking me to make deep dish pizza. And he said, and I want homemade dough. And I thought, okay, it's a challenge, and we did it, and it was superb, and it was delicious. Oh, you bet it was. Superb and delicious. All right, great. So now what we're going to do, let's get the ingredients out for our icing. stand-up mixer, but you don't have to. You can mix this up in a bowl using a handheld mixer that has the 2 beaters. You can do it that way. Okay, so just know you can do it that way. All right? Well, let's bring this into the equation. Whee! Now, let me tell you a secret for delicious icing. When you're making an icing, you could just be making a vanilla icing or the cream cheese icing. If you have creamer that goes into your coffee, you can use that for your milk. You can also turn around and put a little bit of peanut butter into your icing mixture that you're making and make a peanut butter icing. So if you are a peanut butter lover, you can make this peanut butter cream cheese icing if you wanted to. If you guys wanted me to use a little bit of peanut butter in my icing today, I will. But if not, we'll just stick to the cream cheese icing. Okay? It's super interesting, right? It is so interesting, and it tastes good. There's nothing but, look, you said there's nothing but mountains there. Oh, you see mountains everywhere? Yes, Susan, this is live. Susan, we are absolutely live right now. Okay? So now, time for the icing. Okay, and after I make the icing, let me go ahead and set a timer. We'll set a timer for our dough to rise. And while the dough is rising, because this icing is just going to take me just 5 minutes to put together. So after we put the icing together, I'm going to come around. We can sit there and chit-chat for a little bit while we're waiting on our dough to rise, okay? Did you look in the basement? You did? Did you look in the bag in the garage? As soon as you go out the garage to the right? I have a cream cheese packet, an 8-ounce cream cheese, and it has been sitting at room temperature for a couple hours. So has the butter. When you're making icing, if your ingredients are not room temperature, it ain't gonna turn out right. You're gonna have clumps and bumps in it. You don't want that, okay? So now I'm gonna put the full cream cheese in here. Oh, you vote regular cream cheese. Okay, give me a second and I'll look at the messages. I'll really be able to see what you guys are saying if you're saying peanut butter or cream cheese, okay? I'll be able to see after I come around and sit down, okay? When I'm cooking, it's a little difficult to see all the messages, you know. Rita, welcome. Miriam, hello. Bernadette, hi Tina, I'm just joining. What are you making today? I'm making homemade cinnamon rolls, Gina Young style, from scratch. Absolutely. So now we're going to blend in, we're going to cream together the cream cheese, 1 cream cheese packet, 2 butters. Your butter can be salted or unsalted, either way. If it's unsalted, put a pinch of salt into your icing, okay? Oh yeah. Perfect. And I have some milk. A lot of people like to ask me, how much milk? How much milk do I use? It's not really, it's up to you how much milk. If you like your icing nice and thick, you might not have to use any milk. But if you want to thin it out, you're going to use milk, okay? Any kind of milk, just don't, any kind of milk. You could even use buttermilk. It will always be a tiny bit of milk, okay? So let's cream these 2 together just like so. Perfect. All right, we're going to use 3 cups of powdered sugar. 3 cups of powdered sugar is almost this whole bag. And the reason why I know is because 4 cups is this whole bag, okay? So let's turn it up on high. Okay. All right, looks like I need to pull this up, scrape the sides down because there's some butter just didn't get mixed in, okay? That cream cheese smells so good. Hey, listen, when you put the vanilla in here, go nuts with the vanilla. Move that cup out the way. Oh yeah, this recipe comes together quick. I love it. My family couldn't be more excited today when I said that I was making homemade cinnamon rolls. Do you know that they are going to eat this whole cinnamon roll pan before the night is over? Well, I mean, let me just say 2 days. This is a 9x12 baking pan, and I know, and by the second day, they're going to be gone. They're going to be gone. All right, so what we're going to do, let's go ahead and put some vanilla into our cream cheese and butter that has been creamed together. I'm putting a nice amount in. I'm not going to be stingy. There we go. Family blog, welcome in. You're saying B, I'm not understanding. All right, so I'm going to get this open and begin to put my powdered sugar in, just like so. And like I said, almost this full bag will be 3 cups. So I'm going to put a little bit in at a time, and as I put my powdered sugar in, I'm going to put a little bit of milk in, mix it. Otherwise, you're going to have powdered sugar going everywhere, right? We don't want that. It's going to naturally puff up. No worries, okay? Welcome in. If you're just now coming in, be sure to give a thumbs up to the live. All right, a little bit of milk.
Someone says their icing I can buy pre-made.
Yes. You can buy a pre-made cream cheese icing if you wanted to. If you wanted to. But if you're making something homemade, go all out. Go all out to make it, you know, the best you can. All right, your family and friends will love you for taking the time to put your heart into it. You know, sometimes I'd like to say, or most of the times, homemade is better. Of course, the kind of cream cheese icing that you can purchase already made, it's delicious, but when you make it homemade, listen, ain't no stopping you. Ain't no stopping you. People are going to be paying you for this recipe. A little bit more powdered sugar, a little bit more milk. Okay? Like I said, almost the whole bag is what I'm looking for. And I know this little bit right here would be 4 cups, so I don't want to use that. We're going to scrape the sides. Oh my goodness. Gina, are you kidding me? Let's see. Let's see. Scrape the sides. Come on in with the camera so they can see what things are looking like. Oh my goodness. Look it. Took it. Who loves a good icing? Oh, I'm a sucker for a good icing. I am a true sucker for a good icing. All right, so I want to taste it, okay? I have to taste it. It needs salt. Oh, it's so good. I'm not going to use a lot of salt. Just a little bit. Let me show you what a little bit is. Come on in. You can decide to use it. I'm not even going to use all of that. You can decide to use it or you don't have to, okay? Oh my goodness, it tastes so good. You gotta move that stuff. Saj says, Gina, I love a good icing. Me too. Me too, Saj. I wish you was here and you could taste this with me. All right, come on. Oh my goodness. This is it. This is it. Oh, take a bite. Let me know what you think. I'm going in. Oh, I'm super happy right now. Okay. Oh, the salt. The salt really did it. The salt really did it. Okay. So, I'm going to clean up a little bit. I'm going to come around. We can chit chat. And then we'll wait on our timer to go off. When our timer goes off, we'll take a peek in at our dough to see how much it has risen. Okay? In the meantime, between time, I'm going to be thinking about what we can do for our rolling pin. Okay? What?
Can I flip the camera?
No, just wait. Because I'm still recording. Where's all of our bowls? Okay, let's go ahead and put some icing into a nice bowl, okay? You want to taste this?
Sure.
Okay, let the people know what it tastes like. What?
That's really good.
That's really good. Okay, I love to hear that. Did you hear that, Saj? That's really good. Okay, that makes me happy. That makes me happy. Okay, so let's get the icing. Here, grab this. Grab this and put it onto the floor. And we'll take it back to the basement here in a little bit. Okay. If you was a rolling pin, where would you be? All right, let's put this icing into here. Oh my goodness, this is just perfect. There's always icing left over, right? And would you be the person that just keeps that icing and every once in a while you just take like a spoon of it and lick the icing? I know you would. Come on, let's show the people the icing up close real quick. Look at this. Oh, Gina. Gina.
They said, They said, do you put the icing on before you put it in the oven or after?
No, the icing goes on. It's a great question. The icing goes on after. Now, what I found of all of the years I've been making homemade cinnamon rolls, you can put the icing on while your cinnamon rolls are still hot and your icing will melt. And then you can really see the cinnamon rolls shining through the icing. Or you can wait until they completely cool down and put your icing on top. And then it doesn't melt, but then you're going to run into, people won't be able to see those beautiful cinnamon rolls underneath. So you decide what you want to do. What I like to do is let mine cool down just a little bit. And then when I put my icing on, I want it to melt a little bit because I want you guys to see that beautiful cinnamon roll underneath. Okay, so decide how you want to do it, you know. shaker. I'm going to use my shaker. Remember I made the margaritas? I made the margaritas, and this is the shaker that I used. I'll use this. For some reason, I feel that my rolling pin is still packed away. We still have boxes where we haven't got to yet. So this will serve our purpose, right? You see how God works things out? Don't you worry about nothing. Don't worry about nothing. Don't you worry about nothing. Everything always works itself out. LaToya Jackson, oh my goodness, I don't think so. I don't think I sound like any of the Jacksons. Who's saying that? Sea Breeze, welcome. I don't think I sound like the Jacksons. My goodness. Assange, did you hear that word? You did hear that word. Jaden Jones, where are you from, Gina? I grew up in Columbus, Ohio. I grew up in Columbus, Ohio, and I don't live there anymore, but that's where I'm originally from. You sound like Mother Love. I don't know who that is. Y'all so funny. Y'all are so funny. Okay, now were you able to get all of the stickiness off the floor and the counter? Okay. So now, for the inside of our dough, we're going to use a cup and a half. If you want to back up a little bit on the brown sugar, you can use less. Okay, I'm going to eyeball my cup and a half. All right, dark brown sugar. We're going to need some butter to spread onto our dough. That's going to be the first thing that we do, is spread butter onto our dough. Okay, and then I have cinnamon and allspice that we'll be using. Okay. Dakota, when I flipped the camera, I think there's some cabinets that we forgot to look in, okay? In the meantime, let's go ahead. With our pan that we have, you can use disposable, any baking dish. You can use a round baking dish, okay? Don't put your icing into the refrigerator. Don't put your icing into the refrigerator after you make it. Just kind of let it hang out on the counter at room temperature, okay? Let's take some of this butter, and I want to really grease down our pan. And like I said, make sure you write in your notes that this will be cooked on 350 degrees for about 15 to 25 minutes. Stacy says, all right, now you better cook. Okay, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. All right, so I'm going to really grease this up. You can use oil, you know, if you wanted to. Don't spray that, Dakota. Really take the time to get in the nooks and the crannies of this pan, because we don't want nothing sticking. Okay, guess what I made? I don't know if you all seen the video, but I made homemade sticky buns. A lot of people say, what's a sticky bun? Well, it's kind of like a cinnamon roll, only at the bottom it has like a caramel, it has pecans and just amazing goodness, and you flip the pan over and you have all these beautiful caramelized pecans that's absolutely amazing. So feel free to check that out if you want something a little different. When you're making cinnamon rolls, you can also use raisins if you wanted to. Now, if it was up to me, I would do it. My husband's not a fan of raisins. He thinks that raisins look like roaches. So I try not to use raisins. I try not to use them. Anytime I'm getting ready to use them, I think about what he thinks. So I say, no, I ain't going to use them today. Not today. Okay. All right, I'm getting ready to come around. We're going to flip that camera. We're going to chit-chat. All right. Everything's nice and cleaned up. See how, you know, listen, clean up as you go. Your life will be so stress-free. When you clean up as you go, you make things easy on yourself, you know? All right. So now, when we cut our dough, I like to use a serrated knife. A serrated knife has these ridges like that. Okay, I just feel like it helps me to cut the dough very well. Now, you can use fresh, new dental floss that doesn't have like the mint flavors, and you can cut your dough. You would just take the dental floss underneath the dough, bring it up and tie it like that, and it cuts the dough really nice and beautiful. But if you don't have that, like I said, don't use the mint kind. Get your serrated knife. It works just as well. Okay? So, our dough is rising. I'm going to come talk to you guys. You got icing over here. You got to get up. Okay? We're moving in the right direction. If we don't find the rolling pin, this will work. Hey, no worries. All right, I'm coming around the chit chat. Did you flip the camera yet? Okay. You got to sweep over here and over there, okay? Okay, guys. All right. I'll bring the thing over here and I can read it. Here you go for this, okay? And get the broom. Sea breeze. Derek E says, Ron, I said hi to you above. How you been? Derek E, how you doing? Okay, Gina, Mr. Young doesn't like prunes either. Does he like prunes? I don't believe so. It's something that I really don't think he's tried it, you know. I don't think he's tried prunes. Oh, you ain't gonna miss nothing, Susan. You ain't gonna miss nothing. Hi, Jackie. Jackie says hello. Okay, so Mildred says, hey guys, Gina had asked me a question earlier. If you were a rolling pin, where would you be? I did say that. If you were a rolling pin, where would you be? But I tell you what, I ain't gonna worry about it. That's the last thing I'm gonna worry about when I got some good dough rising in the microwave. But you know what? On a serious note, let's just say you didn't have one. You don't need one. You can stretch, the dough will be so stretchable. Once it rises, you can stretch it out by hand. You know how you can stretch out you ever seen somebody tossing a pizza dough? And as they toss it, that baby gets wider and wider. That's what this dough will do. So no worries about the pin. Hey, Ron, how are you? Sam's Club paper towels, do they have a good deal? Does Sam's Club have a good deal? Gina, did you try a copycat? Let me see. Did you try a copycat Cinnabon? No, this is my recipe that I have always had. I've used this recipe since I was a teenager, and I live by it. The dough is amazing, but I tell you what, it's as good as theirs. It is as good as theirs. It's so gorgeous. It is so gorgeous. Dominique, I couldn't pronounce your name the other day. Welcome back. Happy Saturday. Did I get your email? I did. I did get your email, and I haven't had a chance to email you back, so I do apologize for that. Okay, so my Holy King is telling you to try prunes. Sonia, let me just tell you, if you try the prunes, I just have to warn you. If you try the prunes, you're going to be going to the restroom. Because that's what prunes will do for you. But they are delicious. They're addictive. They're chewy. They have a great flavor. Once you eat one, you can't stop eating them. Okay, so I'm just telling you. Sam has deals. Sam's has deals on them. Okay. Kathy, hello. Kimya says, prunes, yuck. Okay. Myra Young, hello. Okay, so Angela says, to me, prunes taste like a really sweet fruit snack. They do. They're so gummy and chewy. I think they're delicious. My dad would keep prunes in the refrigerator, and every once in a while, I'd go in the refrigerator and grab me one. So that's when I first tasted them. But I do like them. And here's the thing. They're great for you. They'll clean your system out, and they taste good. Right? Purple Love, welcome in. How are you? Hello. She said prunes will have you running all day long. Oh my goodness. Oh, you like dates. Now, Stacy, that's what I haven't had. I haven't had the dates, but I feel like that the dates taste like prunes. Am I correct about this? Uh-oh, Michelle Eddings says, was you reading my mind? I was reading your mind. And so that's why we're here today, making homemade cinnamon rolls Gina Young style. So what we're doing right now is we're sitting here and we're waiting on the dough to rise, okay? Looks like we might have 5, 10, maybe 10 or 15 minutes left on the timer. I put it on 40 minutes, okay? You want to let it rise for 35 minutes to an hour. But being live, I want to do the less time as possible, so we can just, have things moving along since we're live. So we'll look at it after 40 minutes and see if the dough is risen. If it's risen, we'll take it out and we do something called, like, you punch the dough. When you punch it, it kind of deflates all that air that's in it, right? And then it helps it to be nice and pliable so you can work with it, okay? And then we'll put flour back on our bench and we'll begin to work it into a square. Oh yeah. And then once we get it nice and cut and put into our pan, we're going to let it rise for 35 more minutes. And literally from the size that you put them in the pan, like they might be this size, after just letting them rise in the pan, they might turn out this size. It's so much fun. It's like a whole science to it. But you'll have the time of your life if you learn how to make them and you make them. Clam juice is worse. Now, I love me some clams. And I must say that I even like clam juice. So I don't know what the message was before that. I like clams. I really do. Oh, fig Newtons. When it comes to the fig Newtons, Derek, I didn't walk backwards. I did not walk backwards for the 20 minutes. I did not do it, Sonia. I was afraid I was going to fall. I would have fell right on my hiney, and it would have been your fault. I would have said, that's Sonia. That's Sonia, she did it. So I didn't walk backwards, but we did get a nice workout in. V8 juice is great. I believe we have some. In our pantry. V8 juice is delicious. This is the first time live, but I made sure I did a thumbs up. Thanks again, K Coffee and Mildred. Estella, welcome. Thank you for coming in and joining. I appreciate having you in here. It's great to have you here. Uh-oh. Darian says, it would have been your fault, Sonia. I said, I am not going to walk backwards. But here, this is what's so funny, though. This is totally funny. What's funny is when I got in the basement and we started working out, I thought about it. I thought about it, Sonia, and I said, I ain't gonna do it. She trying to set me up for the woo-woo. Gina, ever tried the Sunny D strawberry? No, I wouldn't try it because I don't like real sweet strawberry stuff, but I love the original Sunny D. I am a total fan of Sunny D. When I was pregnant with Dakota, I wanted lots and lots of Sunny D. Sunny Delight is what I wanted when I was pregnant with Dakota. I had a ton of it. Okay, Coffee says, yes, it would be. I am a Tang lady. I love Tang. Tang kind of resembles Sunny D, right? Sort of, kind of. Hello, Pandora. Welcome in. Sunny D's weird tasting. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Royalty Queen. Hello, how you doing? Hi, Gina and everyone. If you see me looking down, I'm just looking down because I got my computer right here and the words are much bigger, okay, versus these words on my camera here, okay? And actually, we're using the phone. Who's excited for me to be cooking today? So many people have been asking me, Gina, we haven't seen you cooking live and I don't know how long, and people are upset. And so I told my husband, I said, well, on Saturday, my husband said, do you want to do a video Saturday? I said, sure. He said, well, let's get up early and do a video. And we did that. Now that video will come out tomorrow. I'm going to release that video tomorrow. Even though we rest on Sundays, I'll release that video that we did this morning. He said, yeah, so how many videos you want to do? And I said, just one. I said, and I'm going to go live and I'm going to cook. He said, you going to cook? I said, yes, everybody, like, people are going nuts because I don't cook on the lives anymore. So I plan on doing more cooking lives. We'll see. We'll see. I know, but you cook almost every day. I cook every day. Oh, I hope you're not down in the dumps, Ron. How you doing? Ron, email me. I pray in the name of Jesus that you come out of that. Come out of that. We got a lot to be thankful for, and God works things out. The good Lord Jesus will work it out. You hear me? Absolutely. Michelle Eddings, I am late. I wish I would have been here at the beginning. We'll come back later and watch the whole live. Oh, absolutely. Hey, I appreciate you just coming in. It's great to have you here, so welcome. Oh, Saturday should be the main day. Oh, okay. So you're saying if you cook, Gina, on a live, just make it like a Saturday cooking live. And then the other days you go live, just sit and chat. Okay, now see, I like that. That's like feasible. Is that the word I want to use? Is that the word? I don't know if that's the right word I want to use, but it makes sense. We love you, Ron. We love you. Kim Mills, how you doing? Glenda Sapp, how you doing? I love you. Your name, Darian Gales. Thank you. I love you too. Maggie Cleaves says, Ron, God will work it out. And you bet. You bet. You heard me? He always does. Always does. Might not be at the time that you want. But I find this statement to be true. He's always on time. How about that? Might not be at the specific time we're looking for. But when you turn around, you think about it, he's always on time. Always. Okay, Purple Love says, on Saturday, most people have more time, Gina. I do understand that, and you're so true about that. Yvonne, how you doing? Thank you. Jackie, thank you. Maria, hello. Lynn, Linder, hello. Carol Allen, welcome. Oh, thank you, Miriam. That means a lot to me. It really does. It really does. Beauty is her name. Hey, Miss Gina. I just love your spirit and personality. Your voice is so calming and soothing. You know, it was so funny because when I was a teenager, people try to break you. People will try to break you. You hear me? When I was a teenager, somebody had told me I had the worst voice, right? They told me all kinds of stuff, right? And I was thinking, are you kidding me, right? They was like, your voice sound like, and then when they would just, the person was just trying to tear me down. And when I got older, people said, I love your voice. And I thought, you know, it makes you think. It makes you think, and it makes you not forget when that person was trying to tear you down and tell you that you had like the worst voice in the world, you know? And then I get older and people's like, something about your voice that I like. I love your voice. Like I constantly hear that. So that person at that time, they thought they had authority, but they didn't. They didn't. Yes, Ron. Ron says especially family. I can definitely say especially family, you know, especially family and friends. And it's true. It's a true statement, Ron. It's a true statement. 51 and sunny skies there. Now, we did have some sunny skies. My husband told me, he said something about this afternoon. He said, it is so sunny outside and beautiful. I said, is it? I was doing my makeup. He said, it's gorgeous out here. I think he went to go wash the car. It's so nice outside. Yes, Sonia, absolutely. 50 degrees there too. Okay. Oh, thank you, Yvonne. I haven't even told it yet, you know, the testimony, but I one day I will. One day I will. Are you kidding? Ron, that is the funniest thing ever. Is your neighbor really mowing grass? If your neighbor is mowing grass, that cracks me up because it's the dead of winter time right now. It's the dead of winter time right now. Oh, okay, so Royalty says it's 53 degrees there and it's also beautiful. Gina, your voice was one of the things that caught my attention. Oh my goodness. That's great. That's great. Thank you. Thank you. Isn't it crazy how I can sit there and tell that story about that person? Try to destroy me and make me think that I had like the worst voice in the world, right? I was but I was a teenager too. I was second guessing myself like, what's wrong with my voice, right? But like I said, when I got older, it changed and I thought, that person was really trying to tear me down. Thank you, Sonia. Yes, Ron, we love you. Okay, so Gwen Williams, okay, Gwen Williams says it's 75 degrees in Miami. I would love to come over right now. Gwen, I am on my way to your house. I'm hoping that you open the door up because I'm coming over. You just tell me where the nearest swimming pool is. Oh, thank you, Jackie. Yes, absolutely, Ron. And that's when you have to say, devil, you have no authority. Devil, you have no say-so over my household. Devil, you have no authority over my finances. Devil, you are bound away from me in the name of Jesus. You know, and that's where you have to say that. And he has no authority. Oh, I understand, Scorpio 365. You said you're second guessing yourself with a coworker and it makes you not want to go to work. I understand. The advice that I would like to give you, Scorpio, is just stand strong. You know, stand strong, whether that be you pay them no attention or sometimes you can set people straight by saying just a simple, sentence to them that's not disrespectful, you know, or letting them know that you're not gonna, you know, you're not gonna stand for it and you're not a pushover. You know what I mean? But there's ways to say things to people to get your point across without being rude or without saying anything too crazy where you know, wind up and get fired or anything like that. Yeah, I understand. 69 in Memphis. It was sunny. Look at you. Oh, just bring you some Cinnabon. Okay, so I can come. Just bring you some cinnamon. Oh, some Cinnabon. How about I'll bring you some Cinnabons. I'll bring you some Puerto Rican rice, some potato salad, and some fried pork. And we'll just have a good time in your 75 degrees weather. We have to sit outside and eat. Oh, Miss B, 66. Wow. Oh, yes. Ron says the lemon potato salad for him. Ron will stand on that lemon potato salad recipe. He loves it. He loves it. Gina, you know what's funny? Okay, she says, Gina, you know what's funny is that outside, excuse me, it's nice and warm in the house. I'm freezing in the house right now. So, I know, I'm freezing in the house right now, but my husband said it's so gorgeous. He's outside right now washing one of the cars. Who's the oldest? My holy king, don't you do it. Oh, where's my messages? Okay. There you are. Oh, you got a heavy blanket on you and thick socks. Okay, so it looks like we got about 4 minutes. We'll check the dough. Okay, we're going to check the dough. And if it's nice and puffed up, we'll go ahead and proceed with our recipe. You're going to love here, listen what's nice. So with this recipe, after you make the cinnamon rolls, of course, you're going to cover them up. You can keep them in the pan that you cook them in or take them out, you know. Just make sure you cover them up with plastic wrap or something to keep them nice and sealed, covered up, okay? You can even put them into a plastic bag. But the next day, if you have leftovers, go ahead and nuke it in the microwave just for about 20 seconds, okay? Because overnight, they will get a little bit harder than what they would normally be, okay? So don't think when you wake up in the morning, they're hard. Just nuke them in the microwave about 20 seconds. Tastes like brand new, okay? So I just want to put that out there. You said a warmer blanket and red thick socks? Is that what you said? I think that's what I read. Did you say red thick socks? I have 2 pairs of socks on. My socks have flour all over. My socks have flour all over them. Because when I was cleaning off my island, flour went all over my socks. But we'll work it out. It's going to be okay. At least I got 2 pairs of socks on and my feet are warm. You said yes, red thick socks. I don't know why it sounds so funny. Kimya is cracking up right now. You're not trying to go into timeout? Oh my goodness. It's 57 there in Vegas. Oh, that's beautiful though. Gina, looks like the yellow sunshine today. Oh, I got yellow on. Okay, I was trying to figure out what you were talking about. The icing looks yummy, Maria. The icing is splendid. Dakota, come here. Mary Hazel, hello. Oh, it hit 42 today, so it's pretty cold there. did a ranch fried chicken yesterday. There's a timer. There's the timer. Let's check our dough. Okay. And if I check the dough, it's nice and puffy. We're going to flip this baby over and proceed with the recipe. Okay. I love you too, Bernadette. Thanks for coming in. When is the Super Bowl? Is that tonight? No, I don't think it's tonight, Derek. You scared me. Yes, my holy king. And hopefully no animals. If there's animals back there, it's going to freak me out. So far, there's no animals. I have seen a, what's it called? But it's nothing scary. What is it called? Is it groundhog? Or am I thinking about groundhogs? I have seen a groundhog that lives in my neighbor's yard behind me. But that ain't gonna scare me. Go for it. No, I think it's a groundhog. Dakota? Sasquatch, are you? Boy, we wouldn't be doing nothing in that backyard. You hear me? Oh, wait. All right. This is great. So now I'm going to wash my hands once again, as we should. Okay, as we should. If you sat down and you moved away from your ingredients or what you was doing, when you get back into that kitchen, you always got to wash your hands. Because at any time, I could have been touching the camera. I could have been in my hair. You know, I could have been touching this tripod. So you wash your hands so that you keep your loved ones, families, and friends sick. Not sick. Not sick. Okay? Because doing little things like this and then going to touch my dough, that would make somebody sick, believe it or not. So you make sure your hands are impeccably clean, and then we move on. Okay, so I'm going to wash my hands. Let's check the dough, see if it's puffed up. If for some reason it didn't puff up, we need to wait the whole hour, which would be like another 15 minutes. Okay, I have faith that it's nice and puffy. All right, so let's flip the camera. Retrieva, hello. All right, guys. I'm coming around. I'm putting my lip gloss on. Got to refresh my lip gloss. How's it? Anything white on there? All right. Let me wash my hands. All right, so now when we take our dough out, if it's ready, you have to put more flour back onto your bench, okay? That way your dough doesn't stick to it and you have like any issues, okay? Is Prince over there? Can you check on Prince for me?
He's on the couch.
You see both of the dogs? Okay. Let's check and see if our little ball is nice and big. If it's nice and big, we're in good standing. Okay? Oh, the groundhog did not see its shadow. I thought you heard the groundhog did not see its shadow. Okay. All right, so come on, let's look at. Whee! Look at that. Nice and big. Remember, it was not that big. Okay, so I'm so super happy. Let's go ahead and do that punch that I spoke of. I'm going to take my ring off so we can do it. Come here. Look at that. Okay, kind of deflates. You must do that, okay? Let the air out, okay? will not be tuning in for none of the Super Bowl shenanigans. Okay. I understand. I do understand.
Rhonda Miller said, would you rather give up oil for the rest of your life to cook with or salt and pepper?
Would I rather give up oil or salt and pepper? I could give up oil. I could give up oil. You need salt and pepper. Woo, you need salt and pepper, my goodness. Okay, so now that I have punched a hole, or just made a little punch into our dough, let's go ahead and I was looking at Derek Eats' comment. Do you eat groundhog? No? All right, look at this. We got some beautiful dough here that is absolutely amazing. Okay, so what we want to do, you want to get your rolling pin or whatever you're going to use for your rolling pin, okay? And we're going to begin to stretch the dough out. Okay, make sure that this is nice and floured. Okay, and we want to make the largest square that we can. Don't overstretch it, okay? You want your dough to be at least this thick, okay? Don't make it extremely thin because you kind of mess up the integrity of what the cinnamon roll is supposed to look like, okay? So let's begin to stretch our dough. All right? This is working perfect. That's why I said don't worry. Don't worry. All right? Beautiful. Look how it's stretching. Look how it's that baby is stretching. Someone had asked a great question in the comment section. Someone had said, can I roll my dough out using a glass? I'm sure you can. Okay, I don't feel like there would be any issues, with you using a drinking glass. You see I'm getting a little edge mark on there, but don't worry, it's okay. No worries. All right, so what I'm aiming to do, I want to put this into a square form, if at all possible. Okay, if it tears on you, don't worry, just pinch it back together. Okay. Beautiful. So I want you to get your butter out because you need butter. You have to have butter, and the butter will be one of the main things that you need to use to put on here before the brown sugar even goes on. I'm using a spice that not a lot of people use on their cinnamon rolls because I love allspice so much. You're going to see me use some today. I love cinnamon. I'm not a true fan of the nutmeg, but if you love nutmeg, then by all means, you can put some in, okay? All right, if you love raisins, you can use raisins, okay? So we're almost done. And try to make it into a rectangle or a large square, however. Okay. Is it sticking? Let me put some flour, okay? A little bit of flour. We'll put the flour here. Okay, and then we'll flip it over and there'll be flour underneath. All right? Just like so. Make sure you keep your flour nearby, right under here. I have, under my island, I have like 2 shelves where I can keep extra ingredients and things like that, okay?
They said,
so let's pick this up.
They said, have you ever put the brown sugar mix on the inside and outside of the roll?
If you put the brown sugar mix on the outside of the roll, it'll burn. So I suggest just putting it in the inside. Okay, if you put it on the outside, it will definitely burn. Not a good idea. It's a great question, though. It is a great question. Okay. There we go. We're looking on the up and up. Okay, I'm just going to roll this a little bit more, and then we're going to grab us some butter and smear some butter in here, and then we'll grab our brown sugar. I'm going to show you how the cinnamon roll is formed. It's so simple. It's a lot of fun. If you're able to get your dough really, really wide, you're going to have a whole lot of cinnamon rolls, okay? But if you can't get it too wide, don't worry about it, okay? No worries. You don't worry in your kitchen. When you worry, you kind of mess things up, right? Have faith always and know that things will work out for you. All right, I'm super excited. Okay, we're getting ready.
They said if they put baking powder in the yeast, would it make it any better?
Baking powder does not need to go in with the yeast, because the yeast is gonna make your dough do what it's supposed to do, right? When you're using yeast, there's no reason to use baking powder. It's a great question, though. It really is, but you don't need it. Okay? All right. So let's do it this way. I got my brown sugar, and it's dark brown sugar. The reason why I said I'm using dark brown sugar today is because that dark brown sugar has a molasses taste that we love. And also, that dark brown sugar shines through a little bit more and just makes it gorgeous, right? So I think I want to use a spoon and see how I can spread this. Yeah, there we go. I just don't want to tear the dough, okay? There we go. Doesn't matter how much you put on. Just make sure every piece of your dough has butter on it, okay? Oh, you got to be a little gentle. There we go. The back of the spoon will do the trick. You can read the messages for me, okay? If there's something somebody needs to say. Now, once you get your brown sugar, your spices on here, I want you to pat it into the dough. Pat it into the dough on purpose. Okay, so it doesn't come falling out when you roll it up, okay? This butter will help to adhere the spices to your dough as well, which is great. And not only does it do that, it brings a great flavor to the inside of your cinnamon roll. Listen, let me ask you this. Who loves the inside part of the cinnamon roll? I do. I think the inside part, you know how you have the twirls? The inside part of the dough is the best part of the cinnamon roll, right? Does anybody agree with me? Oh, you started using the Irish butter. Okay. It makes a huge difference. Delicious, Ron. I agree with you. All right. When you roll your dough, you roll from the long side. You know, you have a short side and then you got a long side of the dough. You roll from the long side. Don't roll from the short side, because then you're only going to get like four cinnamon rolls, right? So see how this is longer? Can you point down? See how this is longer? You're going to roll from this side. See how this is a short end? You don't want to roll from that way, because you'll have you make sure you're showing the food, okay? Because you got it on me and they can't see what I'm doing. All right, so now that we got that, we're in good standing. Watch this. I'm going in with cinnamon. Oh, I need to open it. This is a new pack. They cracking you up about the groundhog. Oh my goodness. All right, here, watch this. I'm putting my cinnamon on here. Oh, it smells so good. Oh, you bet it does. My goodness. There's the cinnamon, okay? Ooh, yeah. It would be called cinnamon rolls if you didn't have a nice amount of cinnamon and allspice, because I love that spice. This makes me feel like the holidays. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with feeling like the holidays on just a regular Saturday, right? Gorgeous. Ooh, okay. Look at me. I'm all excited. Okay, and so next thing we're going to do, we need to put the brown sugar on. Leave a little lip, Okay, see how I'm not putting anything right there? Leave a little lip. Okay, about 1.5 cups. I'm just eyeballing it, but you all can measure your 1.5 cups out if you please, okay? Let's get it in. Once we get it in, then we're going to pat it in. Pat. Make it stick. So when you roll it up, it doesn't fall out on you, okay? Gorgeous. Come on, Gina. Who's excited? Are you the one that's excited? All right. I'm going to put the sugar up. Oh, wait, Gina. Yes, Saj. I'm here for you. Did you know I was here for you? Let me wipe my hands. I'm here to make some mouths water today. Mouths will water today over this recipe. You hear me? All right. Come on, put it in there. Like I said, the butter will give good flavor, but it'll help to hold that gorgeous filling in there. Oh, yummy. Okay. Let me see all my patient people. What are you talking about, Lynette? What is going on in the chat? What are y'all talking about? Okay, look at this. All right. And now I want to do one other thing. I have to put a little bit more cinnamon. I want that cinnamon to shine through. It's called a cinnamon roll for a reason. So not the short part, the long part. We're going to roll. Put the camera up on me so I can talk to them about something really important. Here's what's really important is that you turn around and is it up there? Because I don't see it on here.
It's lacking.
Okay. Your cinnamon roll, when you roll it, if you roll it real tight, like you were rolling a cigar or something, if you roll it too tight, the inside of your cinnamon roll will come out as is bacon. So, I want you to roll it tight, but not too tight. Rolling it too tight when you're making homemade will mess it up. Have you ever seen somebody cinnamon roll? They baked it, homemade, and it was gorgeous, except for the middle was way up high. That's because they rolled it too tight. Let's roll this together. Okay. Here we go. Here's where the fun part happens. All right. Welcome in if you're just now coming in. If you look up and realize you have not given a thumbs up to the live, please give a thumbs up to the live. It means a lot to me. I'm here to show you all a great evening. And after we're done with these cinnamon rolls, we're going to sit down and talk in my dining room. Okay, so I'm rolling it nice and gently. And it's coming off of my island very well because we made sure that we keep the island or your bench, whatever you're using, nice and floured so that it doesn't get stuck to it, okay? So come on, we can keep on doing this. Yum, it smells so good. Hey, listen, throw you some pecans in there. Chopped up walnuts or pecans if you love, like some type of nut in your dessert. You could put pecans. All right. Gorgeous. This is so much fun. Ron Wilson, tell Kathy to check this recipe out. All right. Let me refresh so I can get back on track with you all. Somebody stop me. All right, look at this. So now, of course, the ends. The ends are not going to have anything in them. But you know what I would do years ago? You could take those ends, put them in a freezer bag, and in the morning, you can just put them into a frying pan and cook them up. Put a little bit of syrup on them and have them with some eggs and sausage, okay? So don't throw it away. If you want to, you could, but we try not to throw a lot away, okay? So those ends, that's not going to have a lot of the filling in there. Save it. Save it and fry it up or throw it in the oven. Put a little bit of pancake syrup on it and you'll be happy. Your whole family's going to be happy.
They said if you could do a collab video with any cooking YouTuber, who would it be?
With any, it would be Guy Fieri. Guy Fieri. That's who I would do it with. I would do the collab with him. I love Guy Fieri. I love his cooking show, Diners, Drives, and Dives. Diners, Drives, and Dives. I can't say it, but I love his show, and so that would be the person. I know, it's pretty interesting, right? It is interesting. It's a great question you ask. Okay, so these parts right here, let's cut it. Come on in with the camera. Let's cut that. Let's cut this so we can make it nice and even. See, not a lot in there. But like I said, save it. And in the morning, you could do something with this, okay? All right. So some people like to do like this and cut it a certain way. What I like to say is if I look at my thumb and I look at right where the middle is, that's where I like to cut the dough. Okay, so like a half a thumb's width. Okay. I'm not pinching the dough. I'm not pushing hard. I'm using a serrated knife because it works very well. Okay. So let me get some of this off because I don't want flour on the bottom of my pan when I put it into the oven. Okay. So let's just scoot some things aside. Look how well oiled my pan is. Look at this. Come here. We put it right there. Can somebody say, Gina, it's gorgeous. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. All right, let's do it again. Half of your thumb. That's the width that I like to do. I'm not pressing on the dough. Come on. Somebody say yes. Yes, Gina. Okay, so now you don't have to put these super tight. The reason why you don't have to put them super tight is because they will expand and they will be nice and tight, okay? I'm going to use my thumb again, not the whole size of the thumb, half of my thumb. Okay, I'm going to keep on cutting until I get to the end. Listen, I'd love to know, and I'm going to look here at the comment section. Can you tell me what you thought of this recipe? Did you think it was easy? Did you think it was easy? It is. Super easy, right? Let's do it again. Oh, this is what's for dessert tonight. So my husband said we're going to watch an amazing movie tonight. Look at this one. And so I'm excited because we're going to have these cinnamon rolls while we're watching the movie. And I'm, being diabetic, I'm only going to have just a little bit of it. Just a little tiny bit, okay? So I'm not going to indulge in it, All right, take a look. I don't want that you're going to have to move and work, okay? All right, here we go, guys. Cutting right into that dough. I want to show you each one. Each one looks a little bit different. Each one looks a little bit different. You should be excited. I know, and I'm hoping you guys took notes because you're going to love this recipe. Your family's going to be asking you, can you make it for me? Or they're going to say, can you make it again, is what they're really going to say. Can you imagine putting pecans on top of this brown sugar? You can. You can. Make sure they're crushed up. You wouldn't want to put whole pecans, you know. Remember I spoke of you could use the dental floss, clean, fresh dental floss. And what you would do is you would take it. Let's imagine I have it in my hands. Come on down here so they can see. You would take the dental floss and put it under here, pull it up, and just do like that, and it'll cut a beautiful slice for you. Okay, so just in case you didn't know that or you're just now coming in, just make sure you don't use the flavor kind, the mint kind. You would want to use just the regular, you know, the regular kind. We're moving in the right direction. If I happen to have a little too much dough, whatever I have left over, I'm going to put it in a bag and we'll have it in the morning. Look at this one. They're all gorgeous, right? All right, so now what's the plan? Well, the plan is we want to let them rise and get bigger before we put them in the oven on 350. Okay, I'm going to put them back into the microwave, cover it with the tea towel or hand towel, even aluminum foil if you want it to, for about a half an hour, and then they go into the oven, okay? Sock It To Me cake got pecans. It does? I haven't made that cake. See how I'm being nice and gentle with the dough? I'm purposely being gentle so that we don't break it all apart. Okay? Try your best. If this comes apart, you push it back together, okay? I love the way this looks. I mean, it is just so gorgeous. Look. This, I tell you what, this part right here where we cut the dough and put it into the pan, I'd like to say this is my favorite part of the recipe because I love to look at it. Come on in. Look it, took it. Somebody's excited. I don't blame you. You should be excited, right? Okay, so what happens next, Gina? Well, we're going to cover it. We're going to cover it, get it in the microwave. I'm going to use a different towel because that towel has sugar all on it.
Could you go ahead and bake them now?
No.
Or does that mess up the recipe?
Not if you're going to do it Gina Young style. Gina Young style requires you to, and we're saving this, okay? Gina Young style requires you to let the dough rise a second time so they can get as big as they potentially would get. Okay? You put them in now, I can't promise you the dough will turn out right. I can't promise you the size will look right. Okay, so you got to have patience. You have to have patience. I don't suggest to anybody that you don't let it rise for a second time, okay? What is Mildred saying? Groundhog sardine mousse cinnamon rolls. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Millie Rich folks. Hey, thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in and joining. Hey, I don't know what the crowd is talking about. They talking crazy about groundhogs. But thank you and welcome. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for coming in and joining me today. Sometimes they like to get a little crazy in the chat. They do. They do. They like to get a little cuckoo. They do. That's why they laughing. They know they acting up today. All right, I'm getting this kitchen nice and cleaned up. And what we're going to do while we're waiting on our cinnamon rolls to rise, I'm going to go ahead and set a timer. Okay. I'm going to clean the kitchen up. And then I'm going to come around. We're going to talk for a half an hour. And then it's time to put our beautiful homemade cinnamon rolls into the oven. Oh, yeah. Super exciting. And my little shaker worked. It worked with no problems. Yes, Lynette says you have to have the patience. back in. Everybody was talking about you. So thank you for coming back in. People were going crazy that you weren't in the chat. So it's nice to see you here. All right, great. Okay, so the cinnamon rolls that I'll be frying up in the morning, I'm going to put them in this bag here, and I'm going to put them into a frying pan as if they were pancakes. I'm just going to let them get nice and cooked, and then we can put we can put syrup or honey onto them. My refrigerator is full right now. Okay, let's wipe this down. Beautiful. Welcome in if you're just now coming in. Welcome Millie Rich folks into the chat. It's great to have her here. So we have a half an hour to wait on our dough to rise. After that half an hour, we got the timer on. After the half an hour timer goes off, we'll put our dough into the oven for about 15 to 25 minutes on 350. We'll decide whether we want to put the icing on while they're nice and hot and give the icing a chance to melt onto them. Or we can decide to wait and let the cinnamon rolls cool down, and then your icing can remain intact without melting. So we'll decide, as we go on. Okay? I want to put my brown sugar away. We got a full sink here today. Should have a bag. I'm hoping my brown sugar will fit in here. Oh, they're nuts. They are nuts in this comment section. Sometimes I don't even know what they're talking about. I'm just happy that they're here. I'm happy they're here. Y'all something else. Does anybody else use this ever? The Dawn Power Wash, you ever use it? It is like the best thing since sliced bread. And I get the apple flavor kind, the apple scent. It is the best thing you ever want to use. I use it on everything. It gets everything nice and shiny and clean. Oh yeah. Beautiful. When you clean up as you go, you make life so easy on yourself. No stressing out. No stressing out. This is the night light that we have for our kitchen. It is super beautiful. You can only imagine. So it lightens up. We have this one here, and then we have another one back there. But they brighten the whole kitchen up. And it's called a Bohemian nightlight. It's gorgeous. Okay, I can finally put my flour away. Okay, I'm getting ready to come around. We can chit chat. Let me put my computer in front so I can read your messages. Excuse me. Time to rock and roll. All right. Okay, let's take the light off and you guys can see me again. You said, uh-oh, straighten up. I know, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm used to it. I just be like, okay, I don't know what they talking about. I don't know. Oh, you love the Dawn Power Wash, yeah? I want to try to update, or not update, refresh my computer so that everything is in cohesive so I can see the messages as you... Oh, you never tried the Apple Power Wash. The Apple Power Wash smells so good. It like makes my whole kitchen smell amazing. And also I use this. Let me show you something else. Because I love a good cleaning product. Let me show you something else. You use the upside down Dawn squeeze bottle. I tried that before. I wasn't a fan of it. And I really can't tell you the reason why. Because I don't remember why. But I wasn't a fan of that one. Here comes Gina. Don't you say that, Drew. Don't nobody on here believe it. Dakota, come here. Remember I was telling y'all about this method cleaner? This method cleaner is spearmint, eucalyptus and spearmint. It smells so good. You can use it for your bathroom, use it for your kitchen, but I love it. It's for tub and tile, but I use it for my counters. I just have to be honest. I use it for my counters. I have one for the bathroom, and then I also use this one. I love this color bottle, and I love the scent. You're watching from Memphis, Tabitha, thank you for coming in and joining. They cutting up real bad. Okay. Dakota! Hold on, guys. Just turn that bathroom light out and close it. Here, put this on the door. Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm back. My goodness. All right. Oh. Terrell Unknown, welcome back in. He said, Memphis got that southern accent. You love cinnamon rolls and you love my recipes, Tony. Thank you for coming in, Tony. I had an aunt. Her name was Tony. And I loved her so much. Tabitha said, yes, we are real southern. Okay. I know, Sue. Sue, don't feed into it. Sue, don't feed into it. They get nuts on these comments, y'all. LaTora, hello. Thank you for coming in and welcome. Christy Fowler says, Drew and Derek are two peas in a pod, I swear. She said, gotta love them. God's Gemini, don't believe them. Don't believe these people in here. They like to get nuts with the comments. I tell you what, is there somebody in here named Iced Coffee? Iced coffee sounds so beautiful right now. Like, I'd love to have an iced coffee. Only thing about the iced coffee is coffee. Uh-oh, let me fix this. I need the charger. Get the black charger and plug it up. The coffee will send me straight to the restroom and I would have to get off of the live. I'd love to sit here with a nice cup of coffee and chit chat, but it just wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. They say, why is she getting off? I said, y'all gotta go. I gotta go right now. But I love a good coffee. Me and my husband had coffee in the middle of the night last night. And put it over there. And it was like 9 o'clock at night. We couldn't believe we did. My husband said, I'm gonna be up till 4 in the morning. I said, I'm going to bed. And it was odd that we went to bed at a regular time. Oh, okay, Dogman, welcome. He says, the coffee needs to be hot and not cold. We We did. We drank coffee at night. It was so funny. My husband was sitting in the sunroom and I was upstairs. And he said, you know what I want? And I said, what? He said, I want a coffee. I said, are you kidding me? He said, I'm going to be up till 4 in the morning. I said, I tell you what. I said, if you get you one, I want one too. He said, are you kidding me? I said, no. And next thing you know, he was coming up the steps bringing me a coffee. Oh, you only like, Valencia says, I only like hot coffee. Yeah. You had a great mocha frappe, Estella says, from McDonald's this morning and you enjoyed it. Oh, that sounds good. It does sound good, Estella. Oh, you don't understand how people drink their coffee black. I think there are some people out there that just love that straight turn that upside down so the water can drain, okay? They love just that straight coffee flavor, no cream, no sugar. I mean, that is somebody that just, they love coffee, right? I couldn't have it black. It's probably more healthier, but, you know, that's real coffee. See, Angela says, I wish I could. Valencia says, I need cream or milk. See, we have the Folgers. Uh-oh, what happened? Yeah, we have the Folgers coffee. And we use a French vanilla creamer, the liquid kind. And we used to put the coffee in a coffee pot, but my husband began to enjoy instant coffee. So we drink instant now. I will, Mildred, thank you. Mildred said, happy birthday to you, Dakota, tomorrow. It's your favorite, Derek? Yep. Oh, you too, Valencia. Okay, Dog Man says coffee with creamer and 1 sugar for you. Okay. You do, my holy king. Okay. Okay, so Ron Wilson said the same thing. He said, thank you. Latora, how you doing? And welcome into my live. It's great to have you here today. So, looks like we got about 15 minutes. We're going to be taking our dough out of the microwave. Go ahead and turn the oven on 350 degrees. Well, don't turn it on yet because I got my stuff in the microwave. I don't want any of that heat from the oven if I preheat it now to warm up my microwave because it would just mess up everything. Oh, you forgot you don't drink coffee no more. What? You was acting like you drink coffee. Yes, you can. It's a great question. Can you bake it on parchment paper? Sure you can. You sure can. And it'll just come up real easy. You know, a nice cleanup. You don't have to clean up, you know, your pan or anything. So, absolutely you can. That's a great question, Ron. You're welcome. I know you was trying to say thank you. Thank who? Gina, have you made donuts yet? You bet I have. Several times. And even one time a couple years ago, I turned around and I filled the donuts up with chocolate, with vanilla cream, and with like the strawberry filling. I can't remember what all I put in there, but I'm just giving you ideas of stuff that I did. I filled some donuts up. I made the twisted crullers. I made, or the twisted long johns. I also did the donut holes where you roll them in cinnamon and sugar, or you put the powdered sugar on them. So I had a ton of fun. Check the video out. But now I didn't make the dough homemade. The dough was made from biscuit dough, but I tell you what, there's nothing like a donut that's made from biscuit dough. It's so good. Okay, if you like a yeasty donut, you'll love the biscuit dough donuts. Okay, so that's the kind I always made. But I tell you what, if I had a recipe for homemade donuts, I'd be making them for you. I'd be making them. You use Folgers coffee, medium roast, French vanilla, and caramel. Yeah, the liquid, not the powder. Years ago, we used the powder. Oh, Bavarian cream donuts. I like that too. Let's see, my favorite donut is a cruller. I also like a sour cream donut. And then I also like a, what's the big company? What's the big company for the donuts? That's who I also like. I can't think of it right now. Krispy Kreme. Yo, I love a Krispy Kreme donut. I go nuts over a Krispy Kreme donut. Maxwell is your favorite? Yeah. Purple Love, how you doing? Oh, it's on sale at Costco's? Okay. Oh, Estella, you said butter pecan creamer when you're traveling. How exciting. My dad loves butter pecan. My dad loves butter pecan ice cream. You mentioned butter pecan ice cream. He's all excited. You only use the creamer. Oh, okay. Iced coffee. Yeah, there you are. Your name is Iced Coffee. That's how we got to talking about this. Crullers, your favorite. You can't find them at Walmart anymore. Oh, you're getting them from Walmart? I can't remember the last time. I think I may have went like to a donut shop and got a good cruller. I love that it's like hollow in the inside and kind of wet. It's something about the cruller that I love. Your brother loves butter pecan. My dad does too. My dad also likes the cherry cordial ice cream. And then he takes the salted pretzel rod and he eats his ice cream with the salted pretzel rod. So he dips the pretzel rod into the ice cream. He bites the pretzel rod. Hey, and guess what? It is so delicious. I mean, it's like the best thing since sliced bread. So if you never tried your ice cream, eating it with the salted pretzel rod, try it like that next time. You're going to say, Gina, oh my goodness. Oh, me too. Mint chocolate chip. I also realized that I like peach. A peach flavor ice cream is like the best, right? I like an eggnog ice cream. You love butter pecan ice cream. You just purchased some yesterday. Look at you, Maria. You're back, Alan. How you doing? Pistachio is good. Never had pistachio ice cream. Let's see. This is interesting. Iced coffee. Have you ever had vanilla ice cream with olive oil and salt? I'm kind of confused. I'm a little confused about that question. I haven't, but it's interesting. I'm willing to try a bunch of things. That right there is kind of interesting. I don't know if it's interesting a good way or a bad way. I just have to be honest. A Cuban blend coffee? Okay. Valencia said, wait a minute. What? You like chocolate chip ice cream? I like the cookies and cream. I can tell my husband that I want a cookies and cream ice cream. He'll turn around and get, what is it? Cookie dough ice cream. And I just smile at him and say thank you. But I'm thinking in my head, I wanted cookies and cream, not cookie dough. You know, and I told him that one time. I said, baby, every time I ask for cookies and cream, you get me cookie dough. And so now he knows. So when he brings it home, he'll say, did I get the right one? And I say, yeah, you got the right one. He knows now. I've heard of that, my holy king. I did. Ron tells you all I made a good cookies and cream ice cream. I did last year. Last summer I made it for you guys. And people loved the recipe. Maria, you said it's a big difference, yeah? What I eat what? With the olive oil and salt? I'm having a hard time with that, Drew. You remember I said that? Oh, and you turn it into a shake? Don't you do it, Drew. I ain't eating that. Thomas, how you doing? Welcome in. Thanks for coming in and joining. Assad said it sounds fire. Stacy Jackson says olive oil, Parmesan cheese with real good bread. Oh yes, Stacy. Now we're talking. Now we're talking about the olive oil and what you could do with it, and it's delicious. A good Italian crusty bread. See, that's where I go wrong. I'm diabetic, I shouldn't have it, and I love bread. Oh my gosh, do you guys remember Sanka? Sanka used to be a coffee name brand, and I feel like it's like the oldest coffee name brand ever. Oh, Renee, listen, where I grew up at, we had a black walnut tree way in the backyard. And I think that my dad likes black walnuts. He said they still have Sanka. Your grandmother used Sanka. I believe it. I know she did. Purple Love says they still sell it. We'll move that pink a little bit so we don't see it, okay? And wipe down the sink a little bit. You saw it in Vegas? He said that was that orange packaging. They also had freeze-dried. Is that right? It's interesting. The weather where I'm at, and my husband said it was beautiful outside. I didn't touch outside at all today. Jumanji Patterson. You want a blizzard? Not like a weather blizzard, right? You want a blizzard like ice cream, right? Stacy says, me too. I love bread. Okay, so I got about 3 minutes. Dishes are done. The kitchen's nice and clean. And when I take these out, they should be nice and puffy and doubled in size. That's what we're looking for. Somebody had asked in the comment section, can you put them in the oven now? I wouldn't. Let me go ahead and turn my oven on, okay? Let's get it preheated to 350 degrees. I'm going to come right back around. I'll be right back. make dinner. I'm going to put hamburger on the stove, and then I'll tell you guys what I'm cooking with. I'll tell you what I'm cooking for dinner. All right, I got the oven preheating. Okay. All right, you ready? Okay, we're getting ready to look at the dough. It has doubled. Remember, we put them in the pan and they weren't touching. Now they're touching. So they have doubled, and I'm super excited about this. So you're going to be all happy when you see. So now that they have risen, let me flip the camera. Now that they have risen, we're getting them in the oven. So my oven is preheating, and I'm not going to put them into the oven until that oven is 350, okay? Let's flip the camera. Put that behind you so I can get good lighting. I'm going to wash my hands again. You see how they doubled in size? I'm super excited about that. That's what you're wanting. Remember when we put them into the pan, they was a little bit smaller and they wasn't touching. Okay, so now that they're touching, get the oven preheated 350 degrees. They don't have to cook long. Okay, and then together we'll decide if we're gonna let the icing melt on the hot cinnamon rolls, or we let them cool down and we put our icing on when they're cooled down so your icing doesn't melt. So we'll decide that together. But what I'm cooking right now is I'm making rice-a-roni today that has ground beef cooked in it. And then once your rice-a-roni and ground beef is cooked, then you turn around and scramble some eggs and your dinner's done. So that's going to be our dinner for today. We love this recipe. Super simple and it tastes good. So, okay, you'll take two. They're beautiful already, right? Beautiful. This recipe is so exciting. I mean, you really get, what's the word you get like a satisfaction. Knowing that you can do this. Come on. It just makes you proud of yourself. It makes you super proud of yourself. So my oven is almost preheated. I'm going to cook this meat down. I got 1 pound of ground beef. And then I'm going to start on my rice-a-roni. I always use the chicken flavor. Chicken flavor is going to give you the most flavor that tastes good. You could use beef, but the chicken is out of sight. My husband was going to pick up something for dinner, and I told him he didn't have to. Y'all, did I show y'all this? Look at my spice cabinet. All right, there's the timer. I love that spice cabinet. It's much better than having the spices up in one of these cabinets and you can't reach it, right? That's like the worst thing. So my oven is almost preheated. I'm gonna go ahead and, let me see. I'm gonna put these back into the microwave just until my oven is nice and preheated. I don't want to just have them out in the open. It won't take long for my oven to preheat. Do y'all remember I was making rice-a-roni? Y'all remember I was making rice-a-roni and I burnt it? That was no fun. I was so glad that time I was making rice-a-roni and I burnt it. I was so glad that I had another box in the refrigerator that I could use to make another box. It was so embarrassing. But we kept going. Beautiful. I want to get I just figured I'd make dinner now. Get dinner done and over with. Have you ever made rice-a-roni and it just didn't turn out right? It may be because you used hot water instead of cold water. If you ever make it and next time you make it, use cold water and watch the texture of it turn out perfect. It turns out perfect. Always 2.5 cups of cold water and then you put a lid on it. I'll put a lid and a little bit of foil on it and it always turns out great. Hold on, guys. You could put frozen vegetables in here if you wanted to. My oven is almost preheated to 350 degrees. Always put a little bit extra chicken powder. Just a little bit. Even though it gives me that lovely packet, I want more chicken powder, so I always put a little extra in. Bring it to a boil. And once it comes to a boil, you turn it down on low. Okay? And then we cover it with foil, put it on a lid, and cook it for 20 minutes. It's done. Hamburgers cooking. My oven is 335, almost 350. I know, it's super exciting, right? I think that you guys just love this type of live even more because you get to see an amazing recipe, right? You get to see what I do. You know, instead of me just sitting at a table talking to you, you get to see what goes on in here, you know. Tell me if I'm true, if I'm correct. is cooking up. Super excited. The rice has came to a boil. So now I'm going to take my foil, put it on there nice and tight. All right, I'm going to set a timer for 25 minutes. Okay, turn this on low. All right, let the games begin. Okay, it's 3:50. Look up, take a look. One more time, they got a little bit bigger since the last time I showed you. All right, let's get them into the oven. Come on here, you can do your camera one more time. They got a little bit bigger, didn't they? Okay, so now into the oven. In the middle rack. Don't put them up high. Don't put them down too low. Down too low, they'll burn. Up high, the middle will be raw. The outside will be done. Put them in the middle. And if you don't have an up or down, or you got just one, put it in the middle. Gorgeous. Get in there. All right, so I want you to put a timer on for 15 minutes for me. I'm using that for my rice. Put a timer on there. Who wants to taste the icing? Do you want to taste the icing again? Come on in. Come on in. Taste the icing. All right, I know you want to taste it. I think it was Saj that said, I love icing. Come on, take a lick.
You said 15 minutes?
Mm-hmm. You want to taste this?
Sure.
Man, it tastes good. All right. I'm going to give you some, but I'm taking a little bite of yours again. Y'all. Super simple recipe. Easy peasy. You can make it too. We have the cinnamon rolls in the oven. Just put that on 15 minutes. 15 minutes. I got dinner going. After my hamburger is fully cooked, I'm going to drain it and I'm going to scramble some eggs. Hamburger, rice-a-roni, scrambled eggs. You put it together, you have a match made in heaven. And make sure you're using the chicken rice-a-roni. Okay, so we have a timer set for 15 minutes. I'm going to be coming around talking to you guys here in just a second. Let's get some eggs out. Nicole, you need to close the curtains. Close the curtains in the living room and the dining room. I think I like to put a lot of eggs in it. I do. Maybe 5 or 6 eggs. We put hot sauce on it. I've been known to put a little bit of ketchup on the side of my plate, and then as I'm eating it, I'll dip my fork into a little bit of ketchup, and then I'll dip up some of the food, you know. This is one recipe you would be happy about if you've never tried it before. One more egg. All right, let me throw these eggshells away. All right. What'd you do, Dakota? Huh? Yeah, that's what you did. You need to fix it. Okay, my burger's looking good. Hold on, I need... You might want to get a chair or something to fix that, Dakota. Let's scramble some eggs. Looks like I got 12 minutes on my rice. Or not on my rice, on my, I got 20 minutes on my rice. I got 11:52 on my rolls. This will be ready when the hamburger's done. We can just throw it in that same pan and cook it. I'll be with you all in 1 second. Tiny bit of seasoning in there. Not too much. I have been known to cook fast. Always. I have always cooked super fast. I have always cooked extremely fast. I know that. People tell me that, but I know I cook fast. All right, let's throw our eggs in. Don't overcook your eggs. If you overcook them and then you put them into the hot meat and rice mixture, it'll really overcook them. So cook them to where they're barely scrambled. And then when they go into the hot mixture, they'll continue to cook. Okay? It's funny because I'll be cooking something and my husband will look up and he'll say, "You're done already?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Like, how long did you think I was going to be in here? It's like he's in unbelief. He can't believe that the recipe was cooked so fast, you know? It just makes me laugh because I know I cook fast. The dogs are barking. They hear my husband. They can hear him a mile away. Before the camera's even detecting, they know that he's out there. I love it. They're little, but they'll tell you everything you need to know. They're only 5 pounds. They'll tell you everything you need to know. And if it's somebody in the backyard, they're one towards the back of the house to let you know. They do. It never fails. Hold on, guys. There's my ground beef that's cooked. My eggs are cooked. Okay. The rice has 7 minutes. Or the rice has 15 minutes. The rolls have 7 minutes. Hi, sweetie pie.
Hi, beautiful. Hi, beautiful.
I'm live. I'm just telling you. In case you didn't.
Me in full motion.
In case he didn't know. I wasn't sure if he knew. I was not sure if he knew.
Okay.
I just wanted to tell him.
Them Reese's upstairs, huh?
Yes. Look how fluffy the eggs are. Can you tell him to come here? Look how fluffy. That's what I call scrambled eggs. Nice, fluffy, dreamy pillows. That's what your eggs should look like when you make them. I've been showing you all how to make eggs for years and how to make them nice and fluffy. Now, for this recipe that I'm making, I'm not going to season the eggs. Guess why? Because the dish itself has so much flavor, you don't want to keep piling on too much flavor. You only need the flavor from the rice, and then everything's good from there, okay? So I'm going to put my eggs right here on this same plate, and then after the rice is done, we'll turn around and mix this mixture into our rice and dinner served. Right? Yes. Okay, 6 minutes on the rolls. Where's my light? Okay. They are cooking up so beautifully. We got 5 minutes left on our rolls. Now, it's 15 minutes. What is it? It's 15 minutes. That's how long I set the timer for, okay? But if they're not done in 15 minutes, and you can taste a piece of your dough. That way you can know if it's done or not, okay? Because some people's like, Gina, but how do I know if this dough is done? You're going to taste the dough at the 15-minute mark. If you feel like it needs to be cooked a little bit longer, then you cook it until it cooked for like 20 to 25 minutes, okay? You want to take that trash out? It's up to the tip top. Okay, I'm going to come around and we can chat for a little bit while we wait on this 5 minutes to pass. After 5 minutes passes, we'll taste the piece of the dough. And I'll tell you if it's done. If not, we'll cook it a little bit longer. Let me cover this up. I want to cover the meat and the eggs up. What's going on? What are you thinking about?
Nah, we having some little private communication among ourselves.
Oh, you and Dakota?
Yeah.
Give me a kiss.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You got a sneaky smile about yourself.
Yeah, because we having some little private.
What are you thinking about?
Mwah.
What are you thinking about?
Nothing. Where the Reese cups at, but I said I ain't gonna worry about it.
You don't know where they at? Oh.
Let go.
Oh.
No, we good. We good. We good. Let it go. Let it go.
I hit him.
I know that's right.
Sorry. Tie that bag before it falls through. Okay, I covered the meat up. The rice has a couple more minutes. I'm coming around and we can chit chat. Dakota, look in my room behind my pillow. Get the, well, no, I'll go get it. I'll go get it. Y'all, I'll be right back.
Hey, don't worry about it. I'm good.
Don't worry about it?
No.
Okay. Okay, guys.
Look, I keep a backup for you.
Okay.
I'm on you.
Okay. Hold on, y'all. Let me move this light. Oh. I tell you what, that light is bright. It shines bright and it'll make you sweat. Some people be like, Gina, how come you get so hot and sweaty in the kitchen? These lights that we use for recording will do the trick. What did he say? Oh, what he said? He said he keeps a backup. Okay, so when he came in, remember I said what you thinking about? He was wondering where the Reese cups were. And I thought that when he went upstairs to the bedroom, he was going to be able to find them. But when he came down, he was looking at me like, And I said, what? He said, I couldn't find the Reese cups. And I had forgot that I hid them. And before I got ready to tell him where they were located and where I put them, he said, it's okay, I got to back up. And he just showed me that he got a Kit Kat that he was hiding. He's like, it's okay, I got a Kit Kat over here. He's like, so I'll get a Reese cup later. I know. He was like, no, don't worry about it. I got to back up. He's holding the Kit Kat up in the air. Here's the thing. I hid the Reese cups. Y'all, on a serious note, I hid the Reese cups because Dakota, they're the miniature Reese cups. Dakota will go through those Reese cups like they were his, like he bought them and won't leave one. So I hid them. I know. That's so funny. That's so funny. Oh my goodness. It's true. It's true. Dakota will take them things like they belong to him, like he paid for them, like they were his, and eat it to the last drop. And so I hid them. They're in a little bag. Typical teenagers. Yeah, he better get out of that. Shoot. Ain't no typical teenager. He better grow up. Oh, okay, so our 5 minutes is over already? My goodness. She hides the oatmeal cookies. Yes, I understand. Hey, I understand. I understand. That's so funny. Buy some extra for his special day tomorrow. He, let me turn the timer off. We're going to do something special for him tomorrow, okay? We're going to do something really, really special. So I don't think he'll need that. How time flies. Naima, hello, how are you? Oh, you miss your M&Ms? My goodness. Oh, you like the Snickers with almonds. It sounds good. I don't think I've never, ever tried that. Be sure to give a thumbs up to the live. As you come in, make sure you've given a thumbs up to the live. Okay, so our timer's up. How about we check our rolls, okay? So now when I check them, I'm going to take a piece off of the dough. If I feel like the dough's not done, we'll cook it a little bit longer, okay? I won't even flip the camera over. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, guys, somebody is not going to believe this. Come on. Somebody. Come on. Here's the thing. Here's what I need to know. Does this look delicious? This is just a piece of the dough. This is just a piece of the dough. All right, so let's see. Okay, let me see. Okay, here's the thing. Let it cool down. It's stuck to my tooth. Well, let it cool down, right? When it cools down and I taste it, it will determine if it's cooked right. If it's cooked right, We'll take it right out. And then together we'll decide whether we want the icing to melt all over the cinnamon rolls, or do we want the cinnamon rolls to cool down a little bit so you can see that thick icing on top, okay? So you have the choice of which one you want to do, okay? So let's taste it. Y'all. Ain't nothing for me to lick on it. Let's let it go 3 more minutes. It's done. Ooh, the dough was so good. Ooh, the dough was so good. Ooh, the dough was so good. Valencia. We know it's good, Gina. Ooh, the dough was so good. Okay. 3-4 minutes. Y'all let me know when 3-4 minutes is up. Okay, dinner's done. How about it? Ooh, the dough was so good. Ooh, the dough was so good. I'm not Saj. I promise I'm not. I'm not Drew. Oh, no. I meant to say Saj. Saj, I'm not teasing. I promise. It just tastes so good. Here's the thing. I just want to assure y'all that you know, that I know you know, and I know you know what you saw, and that if you make the recipe, you're going to love it. Ooh, y'all, the dough was so good. It is, Estelle. It's all that spice. Oh my goodness. This is not, you have to serve this. I just took a deep swallow because my mouth is salivating. You have to serve this with a glass of milk, eggnog, something like that. This is going to rock your world. This is going to rock your world. Ooh, y'all, the dough was so good. Ooh, y'all, the dough was so good. How about a 7-Up? A 7-Up with cinnamon roll? It could be good. It could be good. Okay, now I want something for real, Gina. I'm not even kidding, Drew. I'm not even kidding. Cheryl says, hello, Gina and mods and live subscribers. I'm glad to be able to catch a live tonight. Greetings from Michigan. Welcome. Bernadette says, so good, Gina. I was trying everything I could to put that into the camera so that you could see the color, the look of the dough, the spices on the dough was so great. Listen, if you make this, I just have to be honest. If you make this, you don't have to put icing on it. Oh, that's really crazy when you say that, Gina. Guess what? Remember we put that 1/4 of a cup of sugar into the dough? It gives you a sweet, not too sweet. It gives you a hint of sweetness onto the dough. And not only that, but you have that brown sugar and those spices. So if you didn't want icing, you don't have to use it. My rice is going to be done in 5 minutes. Zido. Love it, Gina. I get crazy in here. But I tell you what, I have so much fun with you all. I have the time of my life coming on here, just being able to be myself, share a great recipe, and have good conversations. So thank you all. Naima says, you're the best. Thank you. 3 minutes is up, says Steven. Uh-oh. Gina, it's time. Okay, let me see. Let me see. We're going to flip this camera in a second. Oh, my goodness. Come on. Dinner's ready too. Yeah. How about it? How about it? Yes, they look delicious. So perfect. Come on, homemade. Come on, homemade. Okay. I'm just excited. I'm just excited. You never know what I'm going to do when I get excited. So if you come over here and show them this right here so they can see how this comes together. Come over here, please. They can see it? Okay. Well, hold on. I'll come over there. Let me show you guys how this comes together. Don't get the steam in the camera. Okay. Look, it took it. Ooh, this is the meal that you will love. 2 meals in one live. Only use 1 pound of meat. Any more meat will ruin the recipe, okay? Because you want to be able to taste the rice, okay? The flavor from the rice. If you use too much meat, you ruin it, okay? Take one more look because I'm super excited about this too. And look at all that egg. Dinner served. All right? All right. We can set that there. We have to talk about our cinnamon rolls. So now, let's just say, can you point down there? Let's just say you wanted to take these out, flip them out. If you take them and you flip them out, you're going to have this beautiful caramelized. Come in and show, like, you may be able to see that caramel that's in the bottom that's formed. It has formed down there. Well, you can see. See that? You're going to have a gorgeous caramel on the top if you flip them out the pan. But whether you do that or not, even when you take them out of the pan this way, you're still going to have that gorgeous caramel at the bottom that has naturally formed from the brown sugar, okay? So just want to get that out there, okay? So we need to decide, do you put it on here? Let it melt? Are you the person that wants to put it on there and let it melt? Or do you want these to cool down for a minute? What I'm going to decide to do is I figure we need to let them cool down at least 15 minutes, okay? So let's put on a timer for 15 minutes and then we'll come back and ice it. You get that first bite. I'm going to come close to the camera. You're going to get to see what everything looks like. You're going to get to taste it. And you've seen an amazing recipe that you can always come back to on YouTube. You can play the video, fast forward it, rewind it, stop it, play it while you're making the recipe. You also can write down all of the ingredients and see how I did this step by step. I love teaching in detail so you guys can make the recipes. All right, our timer will be going off And when we come back, we're going to ice it. Okay? I'm going to show this to you, Dad. Look what I made.
Cinnamon rolls?
Yeah, I'm putting icing on them here in a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I did it half and half to melt into the gooiness. Then let it cool and put more on. Okay, you can. Sure you can. You can do it that way. Let me see. I thought I seen a message. Oh, okay. You would have wished we would have put, you're one of the ones that wanted the peanut butter. Okay, so when you were creaming the cream cheese and the butter together, you were to put like 1/3 of a cup, 1/3 is a little bit, of creamy peanut butter in and mix that in, and it would give just a slight peanut butter flavor. Talk about delicious. Or you could turn around and right now while they're hot, smear just a thin, come on, smear just a thin smear of peanut butter on top of them now and let it melt. Okay? And then once it cools down, you put your icing on and you'll have just that little hint of peanut butter. Y'all, yeah, you better take notes. Take notes. Caramel, sure, Derek. Derek, it's great, but it's a great idea. But Derek, what I wanted to tell you is, remember a few minutes ago, I showed you that naturally a caramel is formed in the bottom of the pan. So when you lift the cinnamon roll up, you're going to have caramel at the bottom. Okay, and it was able to form because of the brown sugar and the butter. Okay, so it sounds good though. Try one hot and some cool. Okay, yes, yes. You have to roll out the dough, yeah. But, oh, you said a Nutella with it. How interesting. Now that can be a whole interesting, that's interesting. By the way, I loved your carrot cake with caramel. It looks so delicious. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Carrot cake. That carrot cake was so good. Estella says you all will be shaking your feet while eating these and watching the movie. Yeah, it's true. It's true. There's going to be somebody humming. You know, you ever heard somebody humming because the food was so good? Or like you said, shaking your feet, patting your feet on the ground. I know. Yeah. People get excited when they eat. It was. Let's see, this might, okay, you said this might turn into a mukbang. It looks so good. Steven, what I will do, because I have to taste it for you all. I'm gonna taste it. I'm not gonna eat it all. It's gonna be hard not to eat it all, but I will taste it. I want to at least break it and pull it apart, and you know, I have to show it to you all so you can get a visual understanding what it looks like, how tender the dough is. I want you, when I bring it up to the camera, I want you to be able to see. Naima, I just have always been interested in cooking for a long time. And I did do culinary art school. And I did when I was younger, I used to like to watch my grandmom and my dad cook recipes. And I store recipes in my brain. Cool it down, then ice it. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm trying to fix the camera here. Let's see, let me fill them. Oh, they're doing very well. They're cooling down already. So remember I told you, have you ever seen someone's cinnamon rolls and the middle came up? That's because they rolled it too tight. Don't roll it too tight and they all will do, you know, the right way. Let's take a peek at them again. Oh my goodness, come on. Let me see, Gina, did you ever get... No, never. I never got any calluses from cooking. Like, I don't know why you would get them from cooking. Let's go ahead and put the icing on because I didn't know they were going to cool down that quick. They really cooled down very quick. So let's flip this baby over, ice it, okay? And then you guys get to taste. Heavenly Father, we thank you on today for this chat. I thank you, Lord, for everyone that's in this chat and everyone that will come into this chat. Lord, we thank you for your mercy. We thank you for your love time, your understanding. Let a peace be still over our minds in the name of Jesus. Thank you, Lord, that you forgive us for our sins. Thank you, Lord, for grace. Heavenly Father, we need you in our lives and we can't do anything in life without you. Everything that we do in life, Lord, we include you. I thank you, Lord, for once again, everyone that's in this chat. Thank you for a beautiful day. Thank you that I feel well and I have the strength, the energy, the courage, and the will to do what I do on a daily basis. No weapons formed against us shall prosper in the name of Jesus. We bind the devil away from us on a daily basis. Let that devil know he stands no chance. In Jesus Christ's name, we thank you for this meal. Amen. Let's flip it. Amen. Once again. Yes. All right. I'm ready. Hold on, y'all. What? What is it? I'm coming. Is my face still oily? Yes or no?
No.
All right, let me wash my hands. The oven should be off. Gotta wash your hands again. By the time you're done with me, your hands will be dry. Here's our plate. Here's our fork. Time to ice. Are you ready? Are you ready? You should be. All right, you can put on a thin layer, put on a thick layer, put as much as you want. Have fun with the recipe. Once you make them homemade, you'll never go back to the tube that pops open that's so convenient. Yes, they're delicious because really they are, right? Those kind are delicious, but it does not compare to homemade. Remember when I said I want for the cinnamon rolls to shine through the icing? That's what I like because I'm so proud of how beautiful they are, right? I'm so proud of how beautiful they are. I want that cinnamon roll to shine through. When you do it like this, you can't see what's underneath it. So if your loved one wants more icing, there's going to be more icing left over. Just have them put it onto a little plate, you know, and then they can just put on as much icing as they want. Picture perfect. Make you some. Ooh, wait. There we go. Nice and melty. I gotta see the comments. I gotta see the comments. You grab it and run away with it. There we go. Okay. All right. So we'll taste it, okay? I'm going to eat dinner, so you guys will get to watch me eat dinner. But we will taste this together. Amen once again to my beautiful prayer. We need a spatula. Where's your slice? Which one? Eeny, meeny, miny. Eeny, meeny, miny. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by his toe. If he holler, let him go. Eeny. Do y'all remember that? Let's do this one. They always say the first one is hard to get out. This one wasn't hard to get out at all. Look at that. Look at that part. Oh. All right, now show them this. Get down in there and show them that. Can you guys see that? Somebody say you can see it. I want you to see right there. All right, we're gonna try it. I'm coming back around. I'm gonna set my computer up so I can read messages. And dessert is served. Let me get this light. Look at that light. Can you come move this light? All right. See, now I want you to examine. I want you to examine the dough. Okay, so there's a couple different ways I want you to look at it. Look at the dough first. Look at the caramel at the bottom. Look at the dough. Oh, that's the edge piece. And then look, look at the icing. I see, he said, I see the caramel glaze at the bottom. Okay, so let's see. I'm going in with my fork. It cut like butter. Okay, just believe me. Okay. Here's the inside. Okay, that's it. You see, come on. Raymond, do you see that? Millie Rich folks. Do you see the layers in the caramel? Okay, let's look at this part. And then we taste. My sugar is rising. Let me see. Thank you, Terrell. Hold on, guys. Thank you, Millie. Look at that. Okay, I need to take a screenshot of that right there. I need a screenshot of that. Okay, I'll just do this. I'll just do this. There went the timer. Sonia said, Gina, I know it's good. I'm licking the screen. So the favorite part of the cinnamon roll, oh, that's the bottom. The favorite part of the cinnamon roll, most people say, Kathy is starving. Oh, most people say they like that middle. Here's the middle. Okay, coffee. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna dissect this. Look at that. That's the middle. I can't eat this, y'all. But I can assure you just how good this is. This will be my last bite. Somebody dropped the mic. Somebody dropped the mic. I bet you this is a screenshot. This is going to be funny. Let me see. Yeah, I just got the email. I knew you was going to send me a screenshot. Thank you. I knew when my phone beeped, I knew you guys were sending me the screenshot. I knew it before I even opened it. Thank you. Okay, I gotta back up. That's it. Listen. So let me show you what they look like after your icing has melted a little bit. You're gonna love it. Let me show you real quick. Okay, thank you, Millie. Millie has dropped the mic for me. Millie, thank you so much. I needed that. You're here for me. Thank you. I'm here for you. Okay, so that's what it's gonna look like once your icing has begun to melt, and that's the look that I'm going for. Not the look where the icing is so thick you can't see the beautiful pastry underneath. This is what you want it to look like. There we go. There you go. And there we go. And there you go. I did. Super fun. Super fun. Here's the thing, y'all, just to be honest, when I have the energy and the strength and I feel well, I will do these lives for you where I come in and cook. It's extremely fun for me. It is. It is. It's extremely fun, and I know you guys enjoy this. Okay. Thank you, Naima. Yeah, I believe you, my holy king. Thank you, Ash Bill. Oh, you missed the lives that are on Saturdays. Yep. We'll get it back going again. Oh, thank you, Christy. Estelle says they look so beautiful. Thank you. They are beautiful. And like I said, I don't want to discourage anyone that cooks these. But you do have to realize, like the next day, they'll be kind of hard, but don't get discouraged. Throw them in the microwave for a good 12 to 20 seconds. Them babies back to brand new. Okay? Absolutely. Just nuke them 12 seconds to 20 seconds just to soften that dough back up, and voila, you're back in business, okay? Having auctions. Oh, Felicia, thank you. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you guys. Thanks to everyone that came into the live today. I appreciate you guys. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Have I done blueberry muffins before? I have not. I haven't done blueberry muffins before, but I feel like blueberry muffins would be extremely easy to make. I haven't done any muffins, I believe, on my channel. I don't believe I've done any muffins on the channel. I could make like a banana bread muffin. That would be extremely delicious. Banana bread is so easy to make. You like the quick dinner ideas too? Yeah. So I did a quick dinner. I turned around and made avocado toast. And it's extremely delicious. It's healthy. It tastes good, cost effective. So you'll love that because it'll fill you up. That avocado toast is super delicious. But then you see the dinner that I made today, Estelle. Super quick. Doesn't cost you anything. All you really got to do. You most likely will have a pound of hamburger at home. You may have a box of chicken flavored rice-a-roni. Everybody has eggs in the fridge. You whip all that together. You have a meal that is delicious and super simple. Thank you. Oh, you gotta have, okay, you want like some type of nut in yours. Like you most likely would want, you could do, I don't know how well walnuts would do in it. I would say pecans. You could put pecans at the bottom of the pan if you wanted to, and it will stick to that caramel. And when you lift yours out the pan, you'll have pecans that's kind of mixed into the caramel. So that's like a great addition. Or put it right on top of the brown sugar when you roll it. Jared, how you doing? Welcome back in. Thank you, Christy. Well, thank you once again for everybody who came in today. I wish you all a happy Sunday. I love you guys, and I thank you for everything. Thanks for watching my channel and messaging me, emailing me, all the emails and messages. I don't have enough time to answer all of them, but I do see your messages. Thank you all for loving me. Until the next live or the next video, God bless you all. And thanks for watching. Have a great night. I ain't getting off of here without a big old hug. Give me a hug, guys. I love you so much. I love you. And I'll see you again. This is not the last live, okay? I love you guys. Once again, welcome and thanks for coming in. Good night.